Hey y'all. So I'm going to be introducing the SAQ to you. The SAQ stands for the short answer question. So we're going to go over some slides together. We're going to watch a Hamler video and also look at an example. So let me start you off by going through some of our slides. Share my screen. All right, so the SAQ, again, stands for the short answer question. It is one part of the APUSH exam and is going to be one of our kinds of assessments that we have in this class. In the exam, it is 3 questions. They're 40 minutes. This is going to be worth 20% of your exam score. And the question, and the SAQ is after the section of the multiple choice. So it's the second of 4 parts to the APUSH exam. And the question is purely, it's all content. Like this is just to show, to demonstrate what you know best. And so it's all about content and showing your historical knowledge. So some questions are going to include text, images, graphs, or maps, and then other questions are just going to be just a question itself. Each question is 3 parts. There's A, B, and C to each of the sets of questions, and so you answer each A, B, and C. And each A, B, and C is worth 1 point. So each question is worth 3 points because the questions are, again, part of A, B, and C. So 3 points per question, and there's no half points or anything like that. So sorry for that overlap there. So your answers should be 2 to 3 content-rich sentences per A, B, and C. So for each of them, so looking at somewhere between 6 to 9 sentences total. You need to directly answer the question, label each part A, B, and C with your response after it. Make sure it's labeled so it's clear that this is where my answer is going. And then include as much specifics as possible, historical terms, events, or details in your answer. Make sure that that is specific as possible. And the more you add, the more content you add, the better. So there is a acronym T, and so this is a way you can answer your the essay, or sorry, not essay. It's not an essay. The question is you have a topic sentence, just a sentence or 2 that answers the question. Then you give your evidence that's specific. Again, the more specific, the better. The more you can add, the better. And then you analyze that. You explain. You go into further depth and you give further analysis and context and explain like how you explain how this like fits your fits your answer and like how the evidence applies to your answer. So it's not an essay. You're not writing a paragraph. It's just kind of parts A, B, and C. There's no thesis statement. You're just answering the question, giving evidence, and expanding on that evidence. You're not writing up bullet points. You need to make sure it's full sentences. You're not quoting. You're just answering and explaining. So that's all that's like part of like these are the things that you're not doing, right? You're just answering the question with as much detail as possible, using full sentences, and again, following that answer, give evidence, expound on that evidence. So our SAQ in semester 1 is going to be 27 minutes. There'll be 2 questions, 3 parts per question. And there'll be 1 question will have a stimulus with like a map, a graph. When we look at the examples, you'll see that. And you're going to answer that. And the other one will have no document, just be a pure content question. And the scoring system. To get a 4, you need to get 5 to 6 points on these 2 questions, right? So it's 3 points per question. A 3 is 4 points. A 2 is 3 points. And then anything that's less than 3 points, 0 to 2 points is a 1. So they'll be graded together and combined together. And this will go into the learning targets that are with the reading quizzes. So that is in brief short summary, the SAQ. Then next is we'll watch a Heimer video that kind of describes SAQ in a little more detail.